Night Flight celebrates the legendary Max Creeps. In a candid interview, Max Blastic and PC Bullshit admitted the Monday breakup was the result of their long, chattered-about dispute over a 30-year-old, $226 gas bill.
This has been just a monumental day for me. I have here on Talk is Jericho, possibly the biggest guests ever in the history of the show. And we're over 850 episodes, guys. I've got Max Blastic and PC Bullshit from Max Creeps. What a whirlwind of emotions you have put us through over the last few weeks, guys. First of all, announcing your demise after 40 years.
That's his fault right there.
No.
It's PC's fault?
My fault.
Yeah, your fault. It's your fault about the breakup.
No.
And I'm the one that
You
got
wouldn't
back.
pay the gas bill.
You're full of gas, not me.
You keep mentioning the gas bill. One of the reasons why, after all the amazing music and the whole basically recreating the social aspect of what punk rock is, one of the most influential bands from the punk scene for many, many years, you broke up because of the gas bill. Let's just get to that right now and get into it.
I don't want to toot our own horn, speaking of gas and tooting, but Chris Jericho, we invented punk rock. You're right. The biggest guest you've had on the show, probably for sure. Max?
It would be sort of King Toot uncommon. When it showed up, it was high.
$226. He said half of that would be $60.
$16.
Half of 226 is not 60.
I went in your room and I smelled more than half a gas bill when I went by your room. So that, by my precise calculations, should be about the right amount. But, we were able to get behind that. That's in the past. The gas has passed and we're back.
But that was the reason why you guys broke up, because of this gas bill after 40 years of punk rock royalty and history that you made?
I mean,
it's
complicated.
I can tell it's still quite a touchy subject.
From their debut second album, 9, here is the medieval-inspired video for Hung, Drawn, and Quartered, featuring the award-winning historian of the Middle Ages, journalist and New York Times best-selling author, Dan Jones.
The medieval world could be a brutal, bloody place, and in it, there were 1,000 horrible ways to die. You could be burned alive, tortured, beheaded, torn apart by horses, or carried off by the plague. But one death was so cruel and unusual that it was feared above all others. Invented in the 13th century, it was designed to be as painful and humiliating as possible, and it was reserved for only the worst criminals and traitors. It was called hanging, drawing, and quartering.
Life is non-stop don'ts and can'ts. They step on you like they step on ants. They put you in chains and throw you in the dungeon, waiting for the judge to kill you next month.
Max Creep's debut second album, 9, is now available wherever punk rock music can be heard.
There is at least some truth in just about everything you've ever heard or felt about the punk movement. It is violent at times and occasionally deadly. There are drugs. Punk is definitely vulgar much of the time, but there's also some humor. And like most movements involving young people, it is often overly impressed with itself. Like hippies before them, the punks want to change society. The key question is whether leaders will emerge from this generation to do that.
Max Creep's debut second album, 9, is now available wherever punk rock music can be heard.